What if trailblazing isn't actually a path? Is Akavili even an Aeon? One of my favorite things about Honkai Star Rail is that almost every character is an unreliable narrator. Characters say one thing is fact, and then later we discover the truth. Even Herta does this. Take the L on Celeron's Herta. But what a character knows or presumes about the universe isn't always the case. So it lets us question the universe and the assumptions that we might have about in-game lore. Now let's take a look at Akavili, the Aeon described as closest to humanity. They are said to have traveled with mortals, celebrated with them, fought beside them, and explored the universe together. Even Aha isn't recorded like this. Every Aeon seems to be bound by their premium mobile, and their existence revolves around singular concepts. So why is it that Akavili is described as so human? The more we look into trailblazing, the more questions we find. Where are the Emanators? Not a single one in recorded history. For an Aeon responsible for the most influential faction in the universe, there's surprisingly little evidence on them, like any other Aeon. With Himiko's Nova on the horizon, I've been wondering a lot about this. What if trailblazing isn't a path? What if it's simply another way of using the universal energy that we know exists now? In Plain Arcadia, this energy manifests as wish power, but surely it can be interacted in other ways. What if the Astro Express just utilizes it? What if Akavili was super smart and knew how to make a machine that could do this? History has a habit of turning extraordinary people into legends. Their stories grow, their accomplishments become larger than life, and eventually they're remembered almost like gods. What if Akavili is another example of that? We also have a record of multiple completely unrelated beings calling us Akavili. Not the next Akavili, not comparing us to Akavili, but simply Akavili. Maybe this isn't a case of mistaken identity, but recognizing our role. The captain of the next Trailblaze, the author of a new path. It would explain a lot and reminds me of a quote from Cyrene.
How fortunate we are. In this cycle of cause and effect, humanity never looks to the gods for guidance. The ones who pick up the pen and write miracles again and again are always ourselves.